everybody, it's Avi, and we're going to just do a little bit of core work today. This is going to be a focus on teasers, so building some teasers, doing some teasers. And I feel for teasers, you need to really warm up your hip flexors. So we're going to do a little hip flexor warm up, and then we're going to circuit through some teasers. So let's get started right away. I'm coming down onto the mat. I'm gonna lie down on my side to start this warm up, and I'm gonna find myself really nice and lengthened. I'm gonna lengthen out my hand, and then I'm gonna bend both knees behind me. So my hip to my knee is still in one long line, and then my other side is behind. And from here, I'm gonna just take some big old hip circles, yeah? So finding some mobility in those hips. We sit a lot these days, right? So the hip flexors get very tight on a lot of us. I'm using my supporting hand on the mat here to keep my hips nice and open. I'm pushing into that back bent leg. And now I'm just rolling the other way, finding those big circles to get the hip flexors feeling nice and juicy. Let's just take two more here. Last one. We're gonna do one more exercise here. I'm gonna actually take that leg out in front of me. This is kind of hard. And then I'm gonna take big circles that go all the way around. They go front, they lift to the top of the clock, they go down and around. So it's less of like trying to describe what this shape feels like. It feels more like a half circle to me, but it's really another helpful way to open up those hips. Let's take that in the opposite direction. So now my leg comes out to the front, it comes all the way down, and it lifts. And you should explore obviously the range of motion that makes sense for you. I'm still pushing deeply into that hand. All right, and then the last thing I'm gonna do here is give you choices. You can just grab that hand to open up the quadricep, or you can come with me and you can spin the hip open and you can just splay everything in like a beautiful, happy splayed position where the bottom leg is still down and the hip on the top leg is just opening nice and wide. I like that. Okay, we've got to do our little warm up on the second side, and then we gotta get into that core work. Okay, so flipping ourselves over, you're gonna be really long. The hand comes out long, and then from the knees only, I bend back, right? So you feel the weight in that supporting hand, you still feel this long line. And from here, I just roll through those hips. Trying to explore as much mobility as is possible for you, right? You might have some little pops and kinks here. That's okay. We all have that. Well, if you don't, I'm jealous, but a lot of us have that. Let's take those hips rolling in the opposite direction. And I am interested in you trying to work to be as stable as possible here, but additionally, I'm really interested in you mobilizing all through the hips so that you feel really ready to do all of this deep core work that we're about to get into. We've got our last little opener here. We take the foot high to the sky, we take it down, and then we kick forward. Big kicks opening up that leg. Let's just take two more here. Right, and if you need like a little micro bend in that leg as it's going around, that's cool. Feels good to me to keep a straight leg here, but I know that that might be a flexibility thing. So now shoot that leg up to the sky, take it down in front of you, all the way around. So kick it up. This is some stuff that is a little bit based on like floor bar kind of work, this little opening here. But I thought it might be really nice to just do something different to get into our hips. All right, you're gonna stack again, and like I said, you either just take that basic quadricep stretch, or if you want something that feels a little bit more, you're gonna step that foot behind you, and you're gonna just splay everything open, and you're gonna feel, if you shoot the pelvis forward, you should feel a really deep stretch here. Makes me want to just close my eyes and just relax. But we can't, because we got a lot of core work to do. So I'm gonna set myself up so you can see me, and I am going to start our circuit. So here we go. You're gonna take your hands in. You're going to start with some rolling like a ball. Yeah, tilt the pelvis and just roll back to the shoulder blades, and exhale, come on up. Working to coordinate the exhale as you roll back. Trying not to let the crown of the head touch the mat. And working to use the core to squeeze everything in. So this should also feel like a nice little massage for the back. I like to start with some rolling like a ball because it feels like a good place to continue to warm up. Let's just take 2 more here. Last one, just hold yourself up. And we're gonna get started with our teasers, our move of the day. So we're starting down on our back. We are going to lengthen the arms and the legs long. And on the exhale, we're gonna just sweep around and come up to a little first teaser, yeah? So my knees are still bent down in like a little boat, and then I'm gonna just roll back down. I'm gonna move my water bottle again. It's gonna be moving all around so that I don't hit it. I take my legs out. You can keep your head, neck, and shoulders up, or you can take them down depending on where you're at. And then I bring everything up. So let's just take a few here. Inhale into our little boat teaser. If you're ready, the advancement is to just sweep up. I'm gonna stay in my little boat teasers though for now. Let's take 2 more. Taking the legs out, sweeping it up, and roll the whole shape down. Take it out, sweeping up, and taking the whole shape down. So, as you saw, I did a few different versions here. Let's just circle the legs for a moment. You can stick with this legs lengthening out, bringing everything into like more of a boat shape, or you can lengthen everything out and you can tease the whole shape up and then slowly roll down, right? That one's a little bit harder. That's what we're gonna do when we flow. All right, moving right along. We're gonna take our knees off to the side and we are going to take some side little teaser shapes, yeah? So I'm gonna take my left hand behind my head and I'm gonna just lift everything up and lengthen the legs on the down. Let's come in and out. Take it in and out. Let's give ourselves 4 more here. For 3, last 2, and 1. Squeeze it in and just roll down. Take a little breath. We're gonna take an open leg rocker before we go to the second side. So you're going to roll yourself up, grab either behind your hamstrings or behind your calves, and roll behind yourself. And drop it up. I'm gonna adjust back down to my hamstrings, which is a little bit easier. Definitely requires a little bit more strength and flexibility to get into the other rocker. Let's take 1 more in here. And in the spirit of what we've been working on, let's open that up to a teaser. Hold that teaser, hold. And hug those knees in, let's rock it down. Okay, we do have our second side. So take those knees over to the left side, set up the hand to the left side, take the right hand behind the neck, and we are going to squeeze in and lengthen out, right? So everything lifts and then comes out. I think I supported my head on the other side, or maybe I pushed the air down. Well, you can do either one, whichever one feels good to you. So squeeze in In and let's have 3 more. 4, 2, 4, 1. And squeeze it in. And let's just take one final teaser hold here. This will be just our little final pose. So you can decide if you want it to be a full teaser with the arms out in front of you, or if you want it to be a high teaser. So we're all going to inhale, exhale, sweep the arms around. I'm going to just hold here for 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to do like a flow round of this. It'll be like 2 minutes, and we're going to move through everything we just did, like power style. Okay, here we go. Coming down. We're gonna do 8 of everything. Teaser. 1. It's halfway there on those teasers. Take the extension out. Swoop it all the way up, roll it back. Two more. And here's that final teaser. Hold 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug those knees in. Take yourself back. We're going to do a little rolling like a ball. You can either roll for 8 and 7, or you can put those elbow points on those knees to advance things up even further. I'm not going to do that. 4, 3, 2, and you have 1. Hold that roll. Roll yourself down. Right away, that right hand goes to the side, the right knees come to the side, the left arm stretches out. You push up 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep squeezing into that oblique 2, 1, and hug those knees in. We've got our open leg rocker, our second side, and our final pose, and that's it. Open up those legs. We rock. 8, 7. Try to point through those toes. My foot is cramping for reasons unknown. Take 3 more rockers. Continue to curve the pelvis. Try not to let the head touch. Last 1. Rock yourself down. Take those knees over to the second side and lift yourself up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze, take your knees in, and we have our final teaser pose, and then we are out. Take a big inhale, take an exhale, swoop it around, lift your entire back body, squeeze your core, feel everything working, reach those arms up for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. That's it, friends, you are cooked. Maybe just arch back a little bit and just round. Little core work for you today. Have a good one.